So this is my persuasive speech. Up until this point, I've done a lot of lighthearted, maybe even comedic style speeches, but when I began thinking of a persuasive speech topic, I wanted to talk about something that was very important to me, and I hope you as well. So it's time to cut the crap, no more funny stuff. It's time to be absolutely serious about this topic I want to address. I'm not a moral relativist, although at times I do believe in many of its ideals. I do not think it's right to impose one's values or others onto others, but in this case I feel it's necessary. It is in my humble opinion that every single one of you who watch this video, your favorite television show should be Seinfeld, and if it's not, then it should be. For everyone in this class who knows, watches, and loves Seinfeld already, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I'm here to persuade the others, the ones who don't watch it, that they are making a fundamentally moronic decision by not watching Seinfeld. Maybe you've never given the show a chance, maybe you think it's too simple, maybe you just don't understand it, but whatever the case, I promise you that there is something in Seinfeld for everybody. The best part about Seinfeld is that, unlike every other sitcom or program on television, there is no moral to every episode, there is no contrived comedic situation, no cheesy romances. Seinfeld is based on real life. Entire episodes will consist of things like waiting in line at a movie, or going out for dinner, or trying to trick a girl into liking you, all things we understand and can relate to. The show is, like you've probably heard before, a show about nothing. This fundamental is actually the beauty of the entire show. In our own lives, when do plots and romances unfold like they do in a show like Friends? I watched an episode of Friends recently, and not to bash the show, it's a pretty good show, but pretty unrealistic. For example, Ross loves Rachel, Ross goes to China, Rachel finds out Ross loves him, she goes to the airport, and Ross comes home with a Chinese girl. When does those kind of things actually happen to us in real life? So to focus back on Seinfeld, Seinfeld focuses on the minutiae or the minor details of our everyday lives, the kind of idiosyncrasies that we don't really consider, but we should, because the minutiae of our lives take up actually so much of our lives. You'll see for an episode, or a significant part of an episode, two of the main characters, Jerry and George, they'll sit at a coffee shop and they'll just have a full discussion about something like the tone of voice a shop clerk used when they were buying something from a store. On a side note, if you've ever thought that something on the show isn't realistic, you should know that every single episode from season 1 to 7 is based on a real-life situation that happened to either Jerry Seinfeld or head writer Larry David. So to move on to another aspect of the show, one of the qualities that make a great aspect of the show are the qualities that make up the characters. You have Kramer, the eccentric goof. You got Elaine, the intelligent but superficial female of the group. Jerry Seinfeld, the show's central character. And then, in my opinion, you have the best character that has ever graced a TV, George Costanza. He's cheap, he's dishonest, he's insecure, and he's absolutely hilarious. All these characters are completely self-involved and are often callous towards the people around them. These characters never learn morals from the things that happen to them, no matter how disastrous the plot unfolds. They're selfish and egocentric, but if you watch the show, you would have it no other way. There are also so many good secondary, memorable secondary characters, like Newman, J. Peterman, and the Soup Nazi. To move away from the characters and the show about nothing, there's actually an element of philosophy in Seinfeld as well. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the philosophy of nihilism. Nihilism, it is the belief that life is meaningless. There's no reason why we're here, there's no God, and everything that happens is kind of like a meaningless string of coincidences. This is essentially what Seinfeld is about, and there are times when you'll actually hear Jerry or Kramer reference some of these ideas in the show. Finally, the show keeps a strong sense of continuity, wherein characters and plots from previous episodes are referenced and expanded on. This makes being a Seinfeld fan a rich and ongoing experience, as you will continue to pick up on references, even as you watch episodes for the third, fourth, fifth, sixth time. My speech is done. I've given you reasons why you should watch the Seinfeld show, because it is amazing and unlike anything else. The rest is up to you. If you don't watch the show, watch it now. Give it a chance. I guarantee you it will change the way you view comedy and the daily minutiae of your own life. That being said, Seinfeld is a show about nothing, so I just want to let you know, I guess this speech is a speech about nothing as well. Thanks.